The following is a presentation of TFNN. The TFNN Bull Bear Trading Hour. Every trading day, live at 10 a.m. Eastern. Call now, toll free at 877-927-6648 or internationally at 727-873-7618. The TFNN Bull Bear Trading Hour. Now, Tom and Tommy O'Brien.
Welcome, folks. Appreciate you growling and prowling with us out here. We have the Dow Industrials up 455, Nasdaq up 149, S&P's up 51, gold up $5, trading $17.85 an ounce. You got silver down 9 cents, $18.04 an ounce. Light sweet crude up 66 cents, $40.49 a barrel. Notes and bonds. You get the 10-year right now down 3 ticks, trading 138.27. The 30-year up 17 at 177.19. And King Dollar's down 221 ticks, trading 96.981. The euro is at 112, the yen is at 107.5, and the British pound is at 125 to 1 U.S. dollar. Tom O'Brien, we got some fireworks in the market, man.
Oh, man, where do you start on a day like today, man?
Well,
big number at 8:30, of course. Amazon's about to hit 3,000, man. Watch out.
Watch out. I think the place to start is as the VIX is getting crushed, okay?
Yeah.
So the VIX, folks, are trading down $2. 26.56. With that, let's go over to our man, Mr. Kevin Hinks at TD Ameritrade Thinkorswim, as we do every Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. And don't forget, folks, every trading day right here, 11 to 12 Eastern Standard Time. You want to understand the option market. You want to understand option strategies. You want to understand decay. You want to understand, let's see, sleeping at night, waking up in the morning, and money is in your account. That's what decay is all about, folks. And if you haven't test driven yet, the Thinkorswim platform, real easy to do. You're sitting on our website. Just hit it, bring it up. They'll allow you to trade with paper money every trading day. You can follow Kevin and his team. Kevin Hinks, market went to Sherman-Williams. It's all green, brother. He's coming. This is a rerun of whatever happened yesterday, Al. Okay, so as soon as we get him, and this is on our end, folks. No, this is our end, folks. It's not on his end.
Yeah.
So Tesla, Tommy, right? This is like,
oh man,
yeah, seriously, man.
What's the stock up? 8% right now. And I joked during my morning program. Yeah, 8.7%, man. Look at that gap that Tesla has. 12.28 the high. He sent out a letter saying thanks to all of his employees last night for such a great job pushing out. I said, anytime the CEO sends out a letter to all his employees saying thank you, praising them, all of the above, before they're about to tell you how they did for the quarter, pay attention. Yeah.
And then if we go from there and we go over to Amazon, bottom line, this is quite a story that, Bezos folks, when him and his ex-wife, when they got divorced, a quarter of the shares went to the wife.
Yes.
And in both cases, that was September. So now his high water mark is actually higher than that in September. And then his wife now is like the 7th or 8th richest person.
I think it was number 12, because you sent me the article. We talked about it, which was so interesting. After the close yesterday, I was saying Bezos, man, and how he's just leaping. You send me an article you find right afterwards that comes across you, and I think she's number 12 at about $57 billion. But guess what, man? That's multiply that times an additional 2.5% as of today.
We got our man, Mr. Kevin Hinks, right here.
Perfect.
Kevin, sorry about that, man. We'll get that straightened out, man. So, needless to say, market went to Sherman-Williams. We got it green. The VIX is getting crushed.
Yeah, big numbers, guys, and big numbers. Not only big numbers, but big numbers above expectations and big numbers on the revision.
Yeah, that revision was something else, man.
Right. The one thing, couple of things that it's hard to find something wrong with this jobs report. The hourly earnings were down a little bit more than expected. The jobless claims, though they're coming down at a nice pace, they seem to never be as much as expectations are for jobless claims. But really, guys, that's it. This is another monster number, 4.8 million jobs. How about this? 4.7 million private payrolls. That is 2 million more than expected, guys.
Well, I thought what was encouraging in there, too, is that you had the aspect that the hospitality, I mean, they had people coming back. I mean, we know that that's still in tough shape. So that's something good to see because there's so many people. Well, I mean, in Florida, that's a huge amount of people, man.
Sure.
So that's a decent number. And in particular, it is, folks, because that extra $600 that the feds are putting in, in the state of Florida, the people making a lot more money not going back. So it looks like there's plenty of people that made that decision saying, listen, I'm going back. I think I can make more than that 600 additional dollars per week. Okay. And that had to be quite a decision that individual people have to make. Do you know what I mean? Because it's like,
it's tricky. It's tricky. You're right. Because let's say there's 80% of the jobs that return. Right. 85%. Right?
Right.
If you wait till the last one, it's like musical chairs. There may not be. You may want to get one of the jobs that is offered on reopening. So especially if you're in, retail or hospitality, like you said, small businesses. If you had 12 employees and you can only hire back 9. Right, you want to be one of the 9, not one of the 3.
No, I agree.
That doesn't get rehired.
And hopefully on the other side, I mean, I started out in the service business, so I'm always aware of that type of help. And, I've always I particularly make it a point now to make sure that the tip is even bigger because I know the risk that they're taking. Because I've asked them. Do you know what I mean? I've literally asked them, and they say, yeah, I think I can do better here. And that's pretty cool, man. I mean, if you and I were young again and like, okay, man, what are we going to do? I mean, at the beginning of this, Kevin, when I saw it go through, he says, man, I'm packing my camper and go to Colorado and groove for 2 months, man.
Right. Exactly right. But I'll tell you what, the one thing, the best underreported thing about this recovery is that the good news is the engine of this recovery, which is the stimulus package, the PPP, the small business loans, they're putting money in the hands of the U.S. consumer.
Yeah.
And there is no greater engine to stimulate this economy than money in the hands of the U.S. consumer because they will never disappoint in how they show up to spend it.
It's so true, man. I mean, it burns a hole in your pockets, man.
I'm telling you. And even though, data says U.S. savings rate are still higher, I think that may be some pent-up demand. You can't spend money on something when there's nothing to spend it on. There's only so many things you can buy online. But I think once this economy does open up and we tamp down some of these small hot spots that seem to be, shooting back up here, I think there's still pent-up demand that is going to explode on this economy. So, we still got to pay attention to the problem areas and keep focusing on them. But this economy and the U.S. consumer is firing back, guys.
There's never been so much money in the economy, right? Really? Yeah.
Right.
Hey, Kevin, it's always a pleasure. You have a great July 4th, safe July 4th. And, of course, we look forward to speaking to you next week, man.
Happy 4th to the O'Brien family. Have a great weekend.
Happy 4th, man.
Happy 4th, Kevin. Thanks, man.
Stay right there, folks. Tommy and I are coming right back. We have the Dow up 380, NASDAQ up 131, S&P's up 43. Come right back, folks.
If you're not currently using the TAS Profile Scanner when looking at setting up your trading opportunities, then your arsenal is short a mighty weapon. The TAS Profile Scanner is a standalone piece of software that instantly filters over 2,500 global financial markets such as stocks, ETFs, commodity futures, and Forex. Headed by Steve Dahl, TAS understands that in today's technological world, the use of top-flight software applications and technical analysis expertise is essential to successful trading in today's market. You also gain access to the webinar that Steve Dahl and Tom O'Brien just hosted, The Best Way to Use the TAS Profile Scanner to Profit. This webinar archive is available for all subscribers immediately upon signing up. All new subscriptions also come with a 30-day money-back guarantee, so you have nothing to risk. Start your subscription by visiting the front page of TFNN.com today, and you'll find the TAS Profile Scanner under the Services tab. Sign up today. Are you in the market for buying or selling real estate in the Bay Area, including the surrounding St. Petersburg, Tampa, and Clearwater markets? Tiger Real Estate LLC is a firm that has extensive experience in the Tampa Bay area. Whether you're looking to sell your current property for maximum value, or you're in the market for a second home or investment property, Tiger Realty has the experience across all areas of real estate in the Tampa Bay area to help buyers and sellers make the most informed decisions across all price levels. From the price you should be paying per square foot in certain up-and-coming areas to the type of cash flow investment properties are capable of creating, Tiger Real Estate can help you make the best decision when it comes to all areas of the market. Before you make one of the biggest decisions of your financial future, call Tiger Real Estate LLC today at 727-329-8322 or email us at tiger@tfnn.com. That's 727-329-8322. Call us today.
Many of our new listeners have heard about The Tiger's Den. The Tiger's Den is a lively community where professional traders and investors can meet, exchange ideas and information in a comfortable, moderated atmosphere. Hear all of the TFNN shows, plus see all of the charts as they happen live and have access to archives of all of those charts. You can test drive The Tiger's Den absolutely free for 30 days and greatly enrich your knowledge of these markets and how to make your money work for you. Details on The Tiger's Den are on the front page of TFNN.com.
TFNN has just launched their July 4th Tiger Dollar sale. For 1 week only, we've doubled all the bonuses where you can now get up to a 20, 30, or even a 40% bonus on your Tiger Dollar purchase. Tiger Dollars are good on all TFNN newsletters, webinars, and trading services and never expire. For all the details and to get your Tiger Dollars before this sale ends Monday, July 6th, visit the front page of TFNN.com today.
Call now, toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-873-7618.
Welcome back, folks. Dow's up 394, Nasdaq's up 141, S&Ps are up 46, and in our Tiger's Den, folks. Okay, one of the sayings. This is right across the market again. There's no doubt about it. It's buy the dips, free money. And right? Guess what? Bottom line, markets don't work like that, but guess what? They have.
I said an expression on my program this morning, and it comes from poker, but, I
love that. I could say that. I heard this.
People go, especially in a poker tournament, right?
Yeah.
In a tournament, you can't lose. You're out, a big tournament. And so people will go all in, and you'll have to fold a hand, and the guy will get you. And going all in, it works every time. Until the last time.
I know.
Right?
I know.
Because that's people say, man, it's true.
Yeah.
You get very aggressive players. They go all in all the time. It's very hard to play against, right? Until, guess what? You pick up a hand, you call them. Worked every time till the last time, man. Buying the market. It seemed to work every time, but be careful because you better have your stops in, man. Because the time that it doesn't work, we've seen crazy things can happen. And we're back up to almost crazy levels, man, with 3148 in the S&Ps. And the high that we got to, that high, was 3231. So you're talking about 80 S&P points. And for some context, we hit that level, and then within 3 days, we were back under 3,000.
Yeah, and so if we bring up the E-minis right now, you're going to see that we made it to 3156 so far today. And as Basil would say, the day is early.
Yes.
Your swing points up here. Oh, this is wild, man. Look what we just did. We actually, folks, we just tested the high of the swing point of the 16th. That's the high of this whole deal from the downdraft that was created out here on the 11th. On the 16th, It's 3156.25, and we hit 3156.50. So that's a big number.
And that's why, critical level, right? I mean, even when you put this on a full, and I'm just going to ballpark a bit, but talking about Fibonacci's, I was looking at this morning. I mean, we had that outlier climb higher, right? But really, I mean, you got four tails going over the 786. You could say that we've been bouncing around between about a 618 and a 786 since May 18th. We climbed into that territory, got over there by 3 days, and we're right back up the higher level within about 10 S&P points where we are right now, man. And just fundamentally, Tesla makes sense, man. Strong numbers on their deliveries, right? Amazon makes sense. Amazon's remarkable because some of these companies, you've had some amazing returns, but you would have had to take some crazy risk in terms of buying a company like Zoom when the whole economy looks like it's going to fall apart. Do those smaller companies have the funding to survive what may have been happening? We didn't all know that the market was going to come back in 3 months. But a company like Amazon's approaching up 100%, man. Yeah. And your risk in a company like Amazon, not what a lot of people might have imagined, man, for 100% return in 3 months.
Yeah, no doubt. And, when you take a look at this, right now, the NASDAQ, okay? So the NASDAQ is the king leader, no doubt about that. Now, this pattern here, folks, is 3 drives to the top. So this is going to get really intriguing watching this shake out. And it's symmetrical beyond belief. So, the bottom line, 3 drives to the top and the bottom, folks, the way this works is that, yes, it can hold. But if this baby doesn't hold at all, meaning that we come back to work on Monday and you pull back, you're going to see it's symmetrical beyond belief. Your first high, 10,140. Your next high, and it has to do with the basically the amount of bounce, the sequence that's inside it. And this is a clean one. You don't see this too often, So
here's what I'll add to that kind of gels fundamentally that I was looking at. So the number was huge in terms of non-farm payroll, right? 4.8 million. You got to keep in mind, and I know you've talked about this with Jason Paff before. They were talking about it a lot on the air today. Those surveys get sent out in the middle of the month, right?
Yes.
So you're dealing with middle of June, okay, and you're dealing with middle of June coming from middle of May. That might be the sweetest spot that we have in the whole nation in terms of getting the curve under control, hoping that things maintain. We go from middle of May to middle of June, we're opening back up, and now we've seen the spikes that are accelerating over the last 2 weeks. That's what I was looking at in terms of, the S&P's flirting with those highs that we made last time.
Yeah.
Do we really deserve to be at all-time highs right now? I mean, we still have 15 to 20 million jobs to make up for it, as McDonald's is coming out and saying dining isn't happening anytime soon inside, even though we thought it was. They delayed by 21 days. So that number in terms of middle of the month, man, with 5 million jobs, what's the next number going to be like? And then we're still dealing with, which I don't think is getting enough attention, a rolling basis of 1.5 million jobs initially getting claimed, weekly jobless claims, which is staggering, man. Before COVID, the record was 700,000, and it looks to be settling at like 1.3, 1.4, 1.5 million jobs every single week, people filing for unemployment.
Oh, yeah. No, it's
those are the numbers right around my head this point, man.
What did happen when the jobs numbers come out, folks, then Larry Kudlow was on and Mnuchin. And Mnuchin, said something inside this context that it was real common sense, man. They're asking him questions, okay, about the aspect of the amount of jobs that are coming out. What is he thinking? And,
Sure.
Bottom line, he said, hey, listen, man, no one's been through this before. It's hard enough, economist-wise, when things are normal, okay, to project forward what it is. And I really liked what he said, because it's like, hey, listen, we're doing what we're doing, but asking me to project this going forward, well, guess what? None of us really, he didn't say none of us know. He says It's going on the right curve. He says, but you got to remember something that no one's been through this, and it's the truth. I mean, it's like,
there's
hey,
never
man,
been anything so dynamically changing. And that's kind of the point, that I was saying, like middle of June, much different actually than the last 16 days and the spikes we've seen ripping across the country, man. Much, much different. And that's only 16 days. So if you were making decisions over what you were seeing 16 days ago, right?
Yeah.
You better be paying attention to just the economic impact when companies like McDonald's aren't opening, when more companies are going remote.
Well, and you know what, too, Tom, and folks, it's easier, I think, for you and I, because we're in the middle of it down here, folks. We've seen the places close. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like
open and then close.
Yeah, we've seen the different differential, and it's a monster differential, and it snapped. It was, it was.
And just frame of mind. I'll give you a reference, right? I have friends, and they're traveling nurses, and so they had been in it's a couple, and they had been in the New York area even early, right? And thankfully never came down with COVID. They're back in the Florida area, and they are saying, we're being so careful down here because we were literally in the thick of it, taking care of everybody. And last thing we want to do is come to Florida and be senseless and come down with it. And it's remarkable to hear that, people in the thick of it, just that they're being so careful themselves down here, because guess what, folks? It is raging, man, and so that's playing into people and the decisions they're making in terms of going out, doing what you're doing.
Yeah, no doubt.
It's a big deal, man.
Yeah. Dow right now is up 310. Nasdaq's up 130. S&Ps are up 39. Let's go over to Boeing, because Boeing's trying to get up and going. Bottom line is that you're up $2. There's not much action here. But there's going to be a lot of Boeing news coming forward, folks, because once they get that thing going, which they have, meaning the testing procedure, this thing's going to fly.
And they're saying in the den as we come in, man, the numbers come out. Florida cases over 10,000 for the first time, man. 10,109 for the day yesterday.
Yeah. Dow up 313, Nasdaq up 127, S&P's up 39, gold up 820, dollars down 100 ticks. Come right back.
Hi folks, Tom O'Brien here. If you'd like to get my daily newsletter, Market Insights, then now is a great time to sign up for a 30-day free trial. Every morning by 9:30, I send out my morning letter to subscribers with market commentary on a variety of markets, currencies, and commodities to keep investors up to date on the day's trading action. Included in Market Insights are specific buy and sell recommendations for stocks, ETFs, and even options, with stops and price targets included for every trade in my newsletter. If you'd like to try my newsletter risk-free for 30 days, then head over to the front page of TFNN and you'll find Market Insights under Trading Newsletters. I use my years of trading experience to bisect and dissect the market every morning and give my subscribers the most important information they need to know for the day ahead. I even issue afternoon updates for my subscribers whenever warranted with important market action. I'm always scouring the market for the next great trading opportunity. Sign up for your 30-day free trial to my daily newsletter, Market Insights, today by visiting the front page of TFNN.com. Wow! Go get them, folks.
If you're a trader in the market looking to find the path that leads to maximizing profits while decreasing risk, then now is a great time to try out Dave White's daily trading service, The Path of Least Resistance. Through the use of options and equity trades, Dave advises his subscribers on a daily basis of the current market conditions and what possible trade setups are on the horizon. The Path of Least Resistance is published every trading morning, often with updates intraday when initiating trades or closing out positions. Dave White has advised his clients of some outstanding winning options and equity trades in recent months, and now is a great time to try it out for yourself. New subscribers to the Path of Least Resistance receive a 30-day money-back guarantee. See for yourself the types of options and equity trades that are available by signing up for the Path of Least Resistance today by visiting the front page of TFNN.com and selecting the newsletter tab. Sign up today. TFNN is excited about our new software charting program, The Art of Timing the Trade Charts. In collaboration with Tom O'Brien and using his best-selling book, The Art of Timing the Trade, Your Ultimate Trading Mastery System, David White has programmed an outstanding piece of software that will complement any trader's methodology. Using this first-of-its-kind program, The Art of Timing the Trade Charts allows you to scan thousands of stocks for Fibonacci formation setups, including Gartley's, ABCs, butterflies, and much more. The Art of Timing the Trade Charts is designed to help you when scouring the markets for stocks just beginning to form the trading patterns that many investors spend days, weeks, or even months searching to find. And right now, we're offering licenses available at only $79 a month. We are so confident that you're going to love this new charting software that will even give you a 30-day unconditional money-back guarantee. Don't miss out on this incredible new piece of software. Get your copy of The Art of Timing the Trade Charts today by visiting TFNN.com.
This segment is brought to you by Think or Swim. For more information, just click the Think or Swim banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. Dow right now up 260, Nasdaq's up 97, S&Ps are up 32. It looks like some traders want to take a little money Off the table as we're popping into this July 4th holiday out here. So
what happened there, man? We just gave back 20 S&P points, and we're approaching. I mean, we were at 31.25 coming into that jobs number, so we're just 10 points above it, and everyone's talking about what a smash it was. I think there's a lot of people thinking the same thing, man, saying NASDAQ, yeah, we can believe in NASDAQ's making all-time highs, but you tell me the S&P 500 overall deserves to be anywhere near all-time highs, and I don't want to be the one buying at 3,400 on the S&P, man. Not right now, that's for sure.
Yeah, the disconnect also is this aspect, folks, so that you get, whether it's the 4 or 5 NASDAQ stocks that are also 20% of the S&P 500. You know,
so they're going to hit the S&P for sure.
Right.
It's just the S&P. You know, think about the 500th company in the S&P, man, and how they're doing right now. That's a tough existence, man.
Oh, there's no doubt. There's no doubt.
You know, versus the Bezos and the Gates. I mean, Microsoft through the roof, man. Apple through the roof.
Yeah.
Tesla through the roof. Right. You know, Amazon obviously. Yeah. So
here's some nice divergence too, folks. Okay, the dollar. If we take a look at the dollar, one of the targets wanted to take a look at the dollar. So the dollar rejected 810 today. We're at 97.141. That being said, my take is this dollar's building cause for lower price. You know, it failed on Tuesday at the swing point. You know, we'll see where this shakes out today. When you take a look at the euro as well as the pound, these babies want higher price. You know, the euro already broke its downtrend that has been in place since the 10th of June. That wants higher price. We take a look at the pound, the British pound. The pound out here. There we go. So the pound right now, yeah, that also stuck its head up yesterday. That broke the downtrend that's been in place also since the 10th. And then the yen. Now the yen is not a huge part of the dollar index, okay? But the bottom line is that the yen also went lower last night. Now it's flat, and the yen is looking to get stronger. So when you put those three together, the bottom line is that I suspect this dollar wants to go lower. And, you know, gold, you can't. What I love about gold right now, folks, is that it's awesome. What happens is that, you know, we got to a higher high yesterday with monster volume. And, you know, you've heard me many times, when you go to a higher high with volume, bottom line, and you don't hold price, which we didn't, most times you're right back topside. And we were talking monster volume out here yesterday. You had 263,000 contracts. And sure enough, you know, bottom line is that we're right back up to this level. And there's plenty of people that, for some reason, they take gold personally. When it goes higher, they think that, you know, I got to sell it, and they just can't stand it. And it just cracks me up, actually, because it's like, what I don't quite understand. Well, anyway, that's how it works in the marketplace, okay?
Sure.
So that's how it works. And that's really positive in the aspect that it won't stop, you know? And I don't see it as some people see it as the end of the world, that gold wants a higher price. To me, all it really means, folks, is the value of how much money is being printed in the world versus the store of value. Gold has always been the best store of value, period, okay? You can go through the whole deal. You know, in 1920, you could buy a suit. Gold was only $28, okay? 2020, guess what? And then when I say one of the best suits, guess what? Best suit, $1,800. It is what it is. Over the course of time, and yeah, does it fluctuate 4 or 5 years at a time? Yes, it does. But it's a store of value. That's the number. And the broker-dealer community can't make anything on gold. That's why they can't stand it, basically, you know, so. S&P.
Hey, how about natural gas? Can we jump over? We got those
natural gas. That's
inventory. We got it spiking a little bit. Maybe there's a little bit less natural gas than the market was looking for. I got natural gas right now trading at like 172, and you were trading at about 170. So you got the delayed number up there, I guess. Yeah, 170.17. We're jumping around a little higher than that price right now in the contract.
Yeah, this thing's just being a little slow on me. Let's see. Come on.
There's a lot moving, man. That Bloomberg is struggling. Tell it to keep up.
Now, this is what ends up happening, folks. This is so cool when this happens, because when Bloomberg struggles, I know we're going south. It's so weird, man, because what ends up happening, there's so many machines attached to these Bloombergs that, you know, it shouldn't slow down, but it does. It's crazy, man.
So here, the way I think about it, just risk reward. If you're at 3,200, right, and I tell you pick a side, are we going to 3,000 or are we going to 3,400 and all-time highs next? Which one are we going to hit first, right? I'm betting 3,000 just from a pure game theory where right. I think volatility is much more prone to the downside with the headlines are coming out. You got Florida COVID numbers right at 10,000. I think it was, I just looked into it, 95.80, so just barely off an all-time high, but we're back right near 10,000, man. So I can't be the only one. And that jobless number, not enough people say, hey, this survey was from the middle of the month, and things have gotten worse since then, as they tout, unemployment at 11%, 5 million jobs, but that's as of 16 days ago.
Yeah. And if we go back to that natural gas again, yeah, we got a monster pop, folks, on Monday, but this is still having a hard time holding price, man. It's it's been
a tough go.
Did you say we're at 171, Tommy? Is that where we're at right now?
We are at 171. Yeah, we went up to about 172. Could you go into the news, CN, and see what the number came in at? Let's see where we get. Where are we?
Okay, so 65 BCF.
Look, and they were looking for 73. That's a big miss of 8 billion cubic feet. Not quite that big usually in those natural gas markets.
Okay. Yeah, pretty wild, man.
Yeah. And crude, how about crude, man? Right at about $40. We sold off a little bit in the last, since we came on the air, man, actually. 40.63 down to 39.80 real quick. But crude holding up real well lately. Liking this $40. I mean, we first hit $40 June 8th, and it's July 2nd. And we haven't gone anywhere below really 35. So that's some nice stability compared to where we were in the months of March, April, and the beginning of May, at least the whole month almost.
Yeah, and if we go over to ExxonMobil for a second here, I didn't get to read this. I got the Wall Street Journal with me right now, but.
So they're losing money quarter over quarter, not even quarter over quarter, multiple quarters in a row.
Yeah, and what the Journal had out here, now this was yesterday's Journal, I just hadn't read it yet.
Okay.
Is that they bought this XTO at the highs of the market, and these analysts are saying, hey, man, you got to write this thing down. Meaning and they're refusing to write it down.
Shell took, I think, a $22 billion write-down.
That's right.
Earlier this week, yeah.
Exactly. I can't get it right.
$22 billion
but
off the books.
It's a mind blower that companies in general, and I guess it's easier when you're trading paper, okay, for the company, because that's what they're really doing. ExxonMobil had paper that was higher. They bought XTO with paper. But the reality is that they bought them at an outrageous price. I mean, that's when oil was running like 120 or something.
Where it gets really complicated, I mean, it's these difficult to price assets, right? And when you have mines on your books and you have oil at $100, and then you're just supposed to tell the world when oil goes down, like, hey, take all those assets off our books, man. They're not worth it anymore. It doesn't happen the same way in companies that just have revenue. Those assets are dynamically changing every day on their books because commodities do.
Stay right there, folks. Tommy and I come right back. Dow's up 267, Nasdaq's up 103, S&P's up 35. Come right back.
Many of our new listeners have heard about the Tiger's Den. The Tiger's Den is a lively community where professional traders and investors can meet, exchange ideas and information in a comfortable, moderated atmosphere. Hear all of the TFNN shows, plus see all of the charts as they happen live and have access to archives of all of those charts. You can test drive the Tiger's Den absolutely free for 30 days and greatly enrich your knowledge of these markets and how to make your money work for you. Details on the Tiger's Den are on the front page of TFNN.com.
TFNN has just launched their July 4th Tiger Dollar sale. For 1 week only, we've doubled all the bonuses where you can now get up to a 20, 30, or even a 40% bonus on your Tiger Dollar purchase. Tiger Dollars are good on all TFNN newsletters, webinars, and trading services and never expire. For all the details and to get your Tiger Dollars before this sale ends Monday, July 6th, visit the front page of TFNN.com today.
If you haven't checked out the newsletters page of TFNN.com, what are you waiting for? All of the TFNN newsletters are informative, up-to-date, affordable, and a must-have for every trader looking to gain a competitive informational edge in today's markets. TFNN newsletters cover every aspect of the markets to offer you the very latest in market news. Plus, new subscribers get to test drive our newsletters risk-free for 30 days. From all aspects of the markets, including stocks, bonds, metals, commodities, and tech, there's a newsletter to fit your needs exclusively from TFNN. Stay informed each day you trade and get that competitive edge that will help you stay ahead of the game. Visit our newsletters page by going to TFNN.com and click the newsletters button near the top of the page. TFNN.com, educating investors.
Biotech is booming, but for how long? Whether you think the biotech bull has room to run or has run its course, trade LABU or LABD. Directions Daily S&P Biotech 3 times bull and bear ETFs. Visit directioninvestments.com/biotech today. An investor should consider the investment objectives, risks, charges, and expenses of the Direction shares carefully before investing. The prospectus and summary prospectus contain this and other information about Direction shares. To obtain a prospectus or summary prospectus, please contact Direction shares at 866-476-7523. The prospectus or summary prospectus should be read carefully before investing. An investment in the funds is subject to risk, including the possible loss of principal. The funds are designed to be utilized only by sophisticated investors such as traders and active investors. Distributor Foreside Fund Services, LLC.
Don't forget, you can listen to TFNN live on your mobile device 24 hours per day. Go to TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV. That's TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV for the latest market information.
Welcome back, folks. Dow's up 270, Nasdaq's up 123, S&Ps are up 37. And folks, as you come over to our website at TFNN, we're going to be kicking into this long weekend here. Bottom line, we have a Tiger Dollar sale going on. Now, we only do this a couple times a year. So if you want to save quite a bit of money and you have any products at TFNN, you're getting any in the future, this is a great way to save money. You know, we've been doing these webinars. The webinars are normally $395. Bottom line, as you're coming into the future, you want to save some money, you can buy $500 worth of Tiger Dolls and you get $600. That's a 20% bonus. You can buy $1,000 and get $1,300, 30% bonus, or $300. You can buy $1,500, which is the max, and get $2,100. And that's a $600 bonus. And that program, folks, will be over this coming Monday. So, over the weekend, check it out right in the front page of TFNN. Tiger Dolls are good for no expiration date, totally transferable. They're good for all products. So, nice way to kick into the weekend.
Definitely, man. It's amazing. We do them every 6 months, man. So it's always a while, and we'll probably do one come December, January, but not until then, and time is great.
What's so interesting is that, and I appreciate all you tigers and tigresses out there, in this particular case, you reminded us.
Yeah. We always get the feedback.
I can't believe it was already 6 months. It was like,
when's
oh my
sale?
God. And we were
you guys having a sale?
Yeah, exactly. So it's cool. Let's get a
Hey, I got a chart up here. Just want a tweet a friend shared with me, but it's just interesting in terms of, so this is, I believe it is a Bloomberg. And this is the non-farm number just in terms of payrolls total. And so this number on here represents 0.138, you times it by 1,000. So that's looking at right now we have 138 million people on non-farm payrolls. All right, we lost 22 million jobs in the COVID collapse, whatever you want to call it. Yeah. All right, and we've only claimed back just shy of 7.5 million. All right, so when you look at
Give me the first number again. The first number was how much?
It's 22,160,000 we've lost in terms of 22 million jobs.
And 7, so 0.382 on the way back. Okay, cool. I got it. Yeah, all right. Approximately. Yeah, right.
Yeah, the main point being is that, we have 15 million jobs to claw back to get anywhere near there. We're dealing with some permanent job losses coming in here. And things are still raging. So, before we get the economy.
And you can see in the YouTube room a few of the tigers and tigers, what they're talking about is that, the amount of places that are going to go BK that are closing. It's real, man. Yeah. I mean, that's sad but true. There's no doubt.
Then you got the number that 1.5 million every week are still losing their job. That's, all of those factors are contributing to that, right? The place to go BK. And it's a new normal, man. The all-time record ever before was like 700,000 weekly jobless claims in a week. And we're now settling between about 1.3 and 1.5 million.
And that's a lot now because we're so far into it. Let's go to Mark in Bedford. Hey, Mark, what's going on, brother?
Not much, TNT. How are you two?
Doing good, man.
Hey, Mark.
Doing
good morning,
good.
man.
Happy 4th.
Yeah, happy 4th. Let's make it a great one. We definitely got fireworks. I got lots of fireworks.
Yeah,
I got some fireworks, man.
That's true.
I bought lots of mortars.
Tom,
last
Wednesday afternoon show, you were talking a lot about the market being nervous. But we've gone up a lot the last couple of days, and the VIX is incredibly low. So it seems like the market is shrugging off all this bad news. Am I incorrect on that? Or
no, you're not incorrect at all, man. No, exactly. And the market is. It's there's no doubt. It is what it is. And I would say that, this market is not nervous right now. It might, right when I said that, it was really nervous, okay? Now, my take out here today, folks, is that what you're going to see is that, we're still going to stay positive. We had, like yesterday, as we went higher, you had a monster contraction of volume. We did less than 1 billion shares. You did 983 million shares. So what you have here, coming into a holiday weekend, it's very hard to get any type of sell-off, no doubt. So, we'll see. To me, we'll see what comes down next week, So.
Tom, you think the overall feeling in the market is that it's still nervous, or you think that it's shrugged it off by now?
The market's definitely not nervous out here today. It's not trading nervous because there's not enough traders inside of the marketplace here. That's where I'd go. The S&P, like the Nasdaq, is on its own. Okay, that will eventually. But the S&P is weak. We're up 36 points, and I can picture that. Okay, that's up big. That's when you have. So picture this, folks. You have the 500 largest companies in the world that can't get to higher price, or they get to slightly higher price, and you have the 5 NDX 100 stocks that each one of them are worth like 5 of the biggest companies in the world. Well, that
Tom. But so here's a question based upon that. You've said in the past that the NASDAQ leads us up, leads us down.
That's correct.
So if the NASDAQ is strong and if the NASDAQ's going up, hence if you say the market's going, if the market follows the NASDAQ, doesn't that mean that we're in for an up market? Am I incorrect?
No, you're not incorrect, man. You're not. But there's definitely can be a monster divergence. Like when you come to major highs, right? Most times what you have is this: is that you're between the S&P and the Nasdaq. There'll be 4 to 6 month lag as to what has topped first, And to answer directly on the Nasdaq, my take is that the Nasdaq is not going to continue to the moon when the S&P is not to the moon. That's just not how it works, okay? You're not. I'm not in the camp that Amazon is worth General Motors, Walmart, Procter & Gamble. I would take 5 of those monster companies before I'd take Amazon. So the numbers don't work, man. That's the other side of it. I mean, Amazon right now, God bless everyone that has it, and I hope it goes up another $2,000 here, actually. But Amazon, you're paying $156 for $1 of earnings, and that'd be fine if you're growing at 156%. But Amazon's growing at about 30%. So.
All right. Well, you guys have a great 4th, a good 4th. Please do not drink and drive.
That's right.
Unless you're drinking iced coffee.
That's right.
So, yes.
Cooking,
Tom and Tommy both, you still see the long lines for testing for the COVID-19?
This is what ended up happening. In Tampa, at Tropicana, they ran out. So the way it worked is that they have testing all week. They were supposed to be able to do 1,000 people a day, and they only had enough kits. It's so weird, actually. They said they were going to do 1,000 people a day, and they only had enough kits, folks, for 600 people. So, the last 2 days it's been sold out. But so
I would tell you something. This is a scary time we're living in. I just don't have a good, funny feeling about this whole thing.
Hey, we're gonna make it by it. Just gotta stay safe.
Well, you guys have a great Fourth and stay safe,
sure.
okay?
You too, man. Great talking to you, Mark.
Thanks, man.
Okay,
stay right
take
there,
care,
folks.
guys.
Tommy and I come right back. Dow's up 244, Nasdaq's up 121, S&Ps are up 34. Come right back.
Back in the day, I joined the Hotel California in 2006, and like many of you, was drawn in by, as well as...
Whatever you think about, you bring about. Whatever you focus on grows.
You see, I believe that everything in life happens for us, not to us. And Tom ignited the fire within me to want to learn how to master the markets. So how did I go from knowing nothing about technical analysis to becoming the #1 market timer for the S&P 500 in 2018 and the #2 market timer in 2019? Simply put, I hired coaches with a proven track record, which led me to a whole new set of tools that I created to interpret the message of buyers and sellers. I would love the opportunity to teach you this award-winning set of tools and help you improve your market timing. You can test drive my newsletter service, Mastering Probabilities, for the next 30 days with no risk to you. Plus, you'll gain access to archive workshops that'll take you step by step through my system. Sign up today by going to the homepage of TFNN.com and selecting Mastering Probability in the newsletter tab. Bam!
The gold market has taken off topside in a large way in 2020. If you want to take advantage of this sector, now is the time to subscribe to my gold report. The gold report took profits in 4 of its equities in the gold portfolio in the first week of January for a combined profit of 99.2%, with 2 positions left in the portfolio that have a profit of 67.5% as of January 7th. The gold report is a comprehensive look at the metals sector as well as the markets that move gold, which is the currency and bond markets. New subscribers get a 30-day money-back guarantee, so you have nothing to lose. Every Monday morning, I publish the gold report with coverage of gold, silver, bonds, the XAU, HUI, GDX, as well as more than 30 different mining equities. To see for yourself the types of profitable trades that are recommended within the gold report, sign up now by visiting TFNN.com. Don't miss out on the next great gold trade. Sign up today.
With markets trading with extreme volatility and peaks and troughs everywhere, regardless of what you're looking at in the markets, this is a great time to see the type of analysis Basil Chapman delivers for his subscribers every market day with the Opening Call newsletter. Basil has been analyzing markets, providing his take for subscribers to his trading services since 1984. Every morning, Basil publishes an update for his subscribers, along with weekend and evening updates when warranted. The Opening Call provides traders a daily market overview with regard to the direction of the key indices, selective stocks, and commodities, along with specific recommendations, including stops and targets. You also gain instant access to Basil's subscriber webinar archive from earlier this year, a dark cloud cover, and essential market analysis. Ride the Chapman wave today by signing up for the Opening Call newsletter on the front page of TFNN.com under the newsletter tab. New subscribers get a 30-day money-back guarantee, so you have nothing to risk. Sign up today.
This segment is brought to you by Think or Swim. For more information, just click the Think or Swim banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. Dow's up 176, Nasdaq's up 98, S&Ps are up 27, and you bulls better get on the horse here, man. Bottom line is that looks like you're going home a little bit too early out here today.
Yeah, quite a little pullback, man, and we got 5 hours left to go, and then you get a 3-day weekend. It might be a little dicey with the things getting a little frothy coming into a 3-day weekend, man.
There's no doubt.
Hey, I wanted to jump to Tesla for a second because you were talking about Amazon and the PE and all that stuff going into the valuation. So they had their delivery numbers today real quick. I know we're wrapping up the program, and they were great numbers, man, in terms of 90,000 vehicles in the second quarter delivered. Analysts were looking for 72 to 83.
Wow.
When you get into Shanghai and China, they had good numbers there in terms of selling. They sold 11,000 cars made in Shanghai, Model 3s there in May. The number I found really amusing, though, is that in 2019, right, so Tesla, the biggest market cap company out there, overtaking Toyota.
Yeah.
Last year, they sold 367,000 cars.
Yeah.
Toyota, 10.74 million cars. It's got to be tough to be a Toyota executive. Look at those numbers and watch Tesla shares soar day after day. And listen, I'm not saying it you said yesterday at one point, how are they going to teach some of this, in schools? And they're going to teach, man, if you change the world, you get rewarded. And that's what keeps happening, man. They're changing the world. They pushed all these electric cars to do it, and now they're almost at the forefront, man. But just remarkable numbers, 360,000, almost 11 million.
There's no doubt. And I mean, Tesla, I would say, is like an Apple. I mean, Steve Jobs,
I agree.
When he changed that, big number.
You just better be aware you're buying a company that's, 300,000 cars. Million. So.
Ride 'em, cowboy.
There we go.
Stay right there. We got Think and Swim coming up next. And I'm Mr. Basil Chapman riding that wave. Steve Rhodes, Dave White. I'll be back this afternoon. Thanks, pal.
Thanks, man.
Happy 4th, folks.
Happy 4th.
No drinking, driving. Yeah, look at him.